With me is the Prime Minister of Bhutan, His Excellency Tshering Tobgay. Mr. Prime Minister, welcome to Northeast Live. Thank you so much for making time to speak to us. Mr. Prime Minister, Bhutan has surprised everybody by giving more importance to the gross national happiness index and saying that GDP is not that important. Now, one more time, Bhutan is surprising the world with the concept of a mindfulness city. Your thoughts on that?
Such a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for taking part in the Bhutan Innovation Forum. Delighted to have you.
Thank you, sir.
Gross national happiness. You mentioned that Bhutan has surprised the world. Yes, but the world should not have been surprised because, after all, what's more important than the happiness and well-being of ourselves? GDP is important.
Yes.
But only as a tool to achieve a larger purpose, which is happiness,
right,
well-being
yes,
of people. Now, in terms of the Gaelifu Mindfulness City, I like to see it as an extension of cross-national happiness.
Yeah.
We've been blessed in Bhutan. Our enlightened monarchs have given us a unique development philosophy that prioritizes gross-national happiness over just gross-national product. And we have benefited with this development philosophy. Today, because of gross national happiness, we have an economy. It's sustainable. It's small, but it's sustainable. It is equitable. But more importantly, in terms of social progress, we've achieved huge results, huge progress. Education is free, healthcare is free, our culture is protected, our environment is protected, we are carbon negative.
Yes.
We have a democracy that is imposed by our kings on the people. And so gross national happiness has flourished. Now to take gross national happiness to another level,
yes,
His Majesty the King, through this royal vision, is gifting us and the world the Gaelifu Mindfulness City.
Right. So when we talk about the GMC Greenfield project, as a window to a new Bhutan, what do you envisage when you talk about this new Bhutan?
The new Bhutan would be the continuation of the ideals and principles of gross national happiness.
Yeah.
The continuation of our tradition and our values, but taken to a new modern level. One that will be defined by sustainable prosperity, one that will be defined by mindfulness,
yes,
but also one that will leverage on technology to be a technological hotbed,
right,
to allow us to prosper. While also maintaining our tradition, our values, our spirituality, our mindfulness.
Right. Yes. Sir, what do you think are some of the challenges before Bhutan? Is resource constraint a challenge that the nation is facing?
Yes and no. In terms of human resources,
yeah,
our human resources are very capable. The Bhutanese are very capable. We are very committed,
yes,
and well educated. We have, on the other hand, we have only 750,000 people.
right.
So that
yes,
is also a constraint. In terms of our natural resources, you'll get very few people, few places on earth that are richer than in Bhutan. Yeah, we
yes,
are a biological biodiversity hotspot. We are absolutely rich in our natural resources. Financial resources is a constraint because we are not a financially rich country. However, people are very excited about the journey we are embarking on.
yes,
Yeah, whether people, when I say people, investors in India and the world over are very excited. And so even there, though we face initial constraints, I can see a lot of people who are willing to partner with us.
Right, sir. So there's another issue that we often keep hearing or we talk about is at least 22,000 young minds, students have moved out. They are Bhutanese nationals who have moved out of the nation, and many of them are doing blue-collar jobs. What does this mean?
Well, it's not just 22,000. It's more like 72,000.
That's a big
That's
number.
almost 10% of our population.
Yes.
and most of them are young, and many of them are doing blue-collar jobs.
Yeah.
Now, what does it mean? What it means is that our youth are well educated and can communicate in a global language.
Yes.
There's high demand for the Bhutanese youth because they are able to work hard,
Yes.
they are trustworthy, and as a result, they can get jobs anywhere. However, what it also means is that with every Bhutanese youth working abroad, while they gain experience and they will eventually return to Bhutan, while they are away, we will not have them in Bhutan to take part in nation building. So what this means is that those of us here must work twice as hard, twice as long to take care of our country, to build our nation, to realize the aspirations of our people along with the royal vision of His Majesty the King, and then to allow future youth to stay in Bhutan, to work in Bhutan, and then to give the opportunity to those who are working abroad to come back and to work in Bhutan.
Yes. So is there a fear somewhere that for a landlocked nation like Bhutan, the exposure to a lot of Western culture, ideas, thoughts might threaten the Bhutanese culture, tradition, even the way the Bhutanese dress? Is there some kind of a fear there?
Yes and no. Yes, in a sense that in this day of globalized living, we all live in one world, and then with the technology, social media, we're exposed to every type of culture, every type of value. So in that case, in that sense, there is a threat. But no, because our own traditions and values are very strong. And more importantly, no, because we have the leadership and example of our king.
Right.
And therefore, every Bhutanese knows how special we are to be Bhutanese and want to continue and celebrate being Bhutanese.
Right. So if India is the cornerstone of Bhutan's policies, what is the kind of role India can play or will be playing as the Gelefu Mindfulness City becomes a reality, as it is shaping up, and once it is alive and kicking?
Well, India has been the cornerstone of our foreign policy. Not just that.
Yes.
India is our closest friend and neighbor.
Yes.
We don't choose to be neighbors.
You're right.
But we choose to be friends.
Yes.
And we are very close friends. Development in Bhutan has been defined by the friendship, partnership, support, cooperation between India and Bhutan. Going forward, this is going to continue. In fact, during this tenure, Prime Minister Modi, the government of India has been very generous to us. Because of the fallout of the COVID pandemic, our economy, which is small, took a big hit.
Yes.
And so we want to stimulate our economy. And we've put together a package of 1,500 crores as an economic stimulus program. The entire 1,500 crores is being supported by Prime Minister Modi and the government of India, and we are very grateful. This is already producing results in Bhutan. In addition to that, for the 13th five-year plan, this is a five-year development plan, the government of India is providing us 8,500 crores. Again, work on this is already beginning, and results are already bearing fruit. The cooperation is already bearing fruit. In addition to that, we have many other projects, not least of which is our partnership in hydropower. This year we are going to be inaugurating 1,020 megawatt. One project is going to come online. And then we have more projects, in addition to the ones that have already been completed, more projects being constructed. In addition to all of this, for the Gelefu Mindfulness City, India will be our principal partner. And Gelefu Mindfulness City is 2,600 square kilometers right on the border of India and Bhutan. In fact, on the border of Gelefu, the current place of Gelefu, and Assam.
Right.
Okay, and so by the mere fact that we are located together, we share a border, we'll be working together. But more than that, we need, without India's goodwill and support, Gailfu Mindfulness City will not grow. And therefore we have to work closely with all of India and with Assam, and we are very happy that Prime Minister Modi is 100% supportive of this royal vision, and Honorable Chief Minister of Assam is also very supportive. So we know that it is going to succeed.
Absolutely. So are you looking at more investments from India? Because just yesterday we saw Anil Ambani's Reliance Group investing in the renewable energy sector. Earlier, prior to that, we had the Adani Group chairman himself announcing their investment in the green energy segment in Bhutan.
And the Tata Group
Yes.
on another hydropower project, 600 megawatt hydropower project.
Yes.
And Tata chairman is going to be here, and they are interested in a bigger energy project. So we're not looking forward. It's only natural
that it will
we
happen.
welcome them.
Yes.
And we are very excited to be working with some of the big players in India. This is going to benefit Bhutan, it's going to benefit India, and it's going to benefit our bilateral relationships.
So how do you look at Assam, the nearest Indian state to Bhutan? You've already mentioned that Assam and Gailfu is right across the border. In fact, His Majesty's recent visit to Assam, that had generated a lot of excitement, and everybody in Assam, they're looking forward to the Mindfulness City. About Assam and Bhutan relations.
We've got to do it together.
Right.
Assam, many Bhutanese, I myself travel through Assam all the time, and I enjoy the hospitality of the people of Assam whenever I travel through Assam.
Yes.
I've been to Guwahati, I've been to the temples out there, I've been on pilgrimage. We are looking forward to receiving the Honorable Chief Minister here. And I look forward to visiting Assam again, to Guwahati and other places in Assam. We are very, very grateful to the government and the people of Assam for welcoming His Majesty, the King, on his visit to Assam. This was his first official visit to Assam. And so the relations between India and Bhutan are just growing, and the relations between Assam and all our bordering areas are also growing from strength to strength.
Right. So parliamentary democracy here is still very new. But you have been the Prime Minister twice already. So what do you think has changed in Bhutan with the advent of parliamentary democracy? Of course, to me, it looks very, very civilized.
Well, it's civilized, but remember, we had 4 elections and we changed government 4 times. So civilized, but merciless.
Yes.
We changed government 4 times.
Yeah.
This is my second time, but after the first time I lost the election and our whole party was removed from the parliament. We didn't even have a single seat. And then in the recent elections, the people have blessed us again. 4 elections, 4 changes of government. 3 changes in opposition party. It's not just the government, even the opposition party has been changed. So this is a vibrant democracy.
Yes.
If we appear to be civilized, if we appear to be conducting the business of democracy in a civilized manner, it is only because His Majesty the King's presence, because of the guidance of His Majesty the King, we know that we have to conduct democracy seriously and work towards fulfilling the hopes and aspirations of the people diligently.
As the Prime Minister, where do you see Bhutan in the next 5 to 10 years?
We need to continue on this path that His Majesty the King has given us, and then work towards fulfilling the royal vision in developing the entire country and in particularly the Gailfu Mindfulness City. So in short, we need to continue to be happy. But a more prosperous Bhutan, a technologically advanced Bhutan, but one that continues to live in harmony with Mother Nature, sustainably with the natural environment, and deeply rooted in our traditional values and culture.
And finally, Mr. Prime Minister, what would be your message to people of Assam and India?
So to Honorable Chief Minister, government and the people of Assam, thank you for your friendship and your support.
And Mr. Prime Minister, sir, I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to our lovely state of Assam. Of course, you have been there multiple times, but one more time, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of Northeast Live to invite you to our lovely state and yet again in fact, enjoy our hospitality. Thank you so much for speaking to Northeast Live. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure, sir.